From Newsweek, Black Lives Matter Antifa Nazis, or BLMAN, want quote-unquote stake in China Joe's administration following race riots, says Fox News guest. So let me get this straight. You've been rioting in the streets all summer long over fake news, over the death of the meth and heroin addict who did home invasion robberies, George Floyd, the one who had COVID, and then he was banging hella fentanyl and meth, and then he was having troubles breathing, so then he ended up on the ground with Officer Chauvin's knee in his neck because he's twacked out on fentanyl and meth, and he's drunk. And you've been burning down the cities and murdering Trump supporters. And now you want a stake in the administration. If Biden gives these people a stake in the administration, we're seceding from the union, dude. We are not going to tolerate this at all. If this crap's going on, like, y'all people are going into your own country and you're going to get blockaded. There's a lot more people in the red states than there are in the big cities. Wait, no. That's not true. Wait. If you're going to come fight out in the country, you're going to lose because the people will outnumber you out there and they will be able to corner you because they know the terrain like the back of their hands. That's what I was meaning. Did not say correctly. So the BLMAN race riots against BLMAN protest against Eric Garcetti getting a cabinet post shows movements once a say in China Joe's picks for his cabinets. Miranda Devine said, well, I mean, China Joe's crackhead son, Hunter Biden, he smokes crack like a lot of these Black Lives Matter people. So, I mean, they probably get along pretty good together. I mean, maybe they could smoke crack together. Maybe they could go down and bang meth and fentanyl and do a tribute to George Floyd. Maybe bring up that pregnant or the mom and the child that he did the home invasion robbery in. On Friday, BLMAN members race rioted outside of Mayor Garcetti's official residence for the fourth day running in a bid to dissuade China Joe from appointing him a top position. Garcetti was co-chair of the China Joe and the Snitch, a.k.a. the Hussy and Homewrecker campaign, and is said to be in the frame for the post of either Secretary or of Transportation or Housing and Urban Development. Wasn't that where Ben Carson was? I wonder how good a job Ben Carson did. Because I know he was doing some good stuff, and I know he bozoed some of the other stuff. But I think, honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. Can somebody leave a comment down below? How is Ben Carson, how good of a job did he do at his job? What did he do bad? But the Black Lives Looter Antifa mob, or Antifa Nazi mob, has criticized his housing record and said that he has not followed through on transportation projects. BLMAN LA activists are also critical of how he's handled the Los Angeles Police Department's budget. They wanted to defund the police because they suck that bad. And then the moment somebody comes after them trying to hurt them, who the hell are they calling? The cops. And who do the cops come and shoot? The bad guy. In a segment on Fox and Friends on Friday, a tweet by BLMAN LA was shown on a screen highlighting the group's opposition to Garcetti getting into China Joe's team, which said, quote, "We don't want the worst mayor in the nation setting national policy," end quote. Oh, this Garcetti guy, this guy sucks. I hate this guy. I don't even like this. See, BLMAN eats their own. BLMAN eats their own, man. They don't like the people that the Democrats like. They don't. They hate them. They hate them. They're an outrage mob, dude. They just hate people in general. Why even are these people there? Because they're hateful. Who do they hate? Donald Trump. Why? Because he's a racist Republican. Why? Because Republicans are racist. Why? Because they live in them poor rural states. And they oppressing them minorities in them big Democrat-run shitholes. And they underpaying the white woman. They a privileged white male. They got a patriarchy. And they got a white privilege factory where they are giving out unlimited white privilege to all of the white males. And they won't share any of it with the minorities or the women. So we got to attack that white privilege so you can get some of that white privilege, baby. New York Post columnist Miranda Devine was asked to comment on what BLMAN LA was saying about the mayor. Devine said, quote, "I think BLMAN obviously thinks that it has a stake in the administration, probably because of the race riots and the unrest that they caused in the round up to the election, ... probably had something to do with the election results. So now they feel like they have a stake in it. It's kind of like outrageous, but that's the way life is at the moment. I think there's probably would be a lot of LA residents, however, that would agree with them in this case." And quote, she added before discussing what hold the progressive swing of the Democratic Party would have on China Joe's top team. Garcetti and his team have said that he's not looking for a cabinet job and that tackling the coronavirus pandemic was his top priority. Quote, "I have been focused 110% on these numbers," and quote, he told NBC Los Angeles. So obviously this guy's stupid. You can't have 110%, dude. It doesn't work. It's 0 to 1. I mean, it doesn't really take a math genius to know this. I know it's just a figure of speech, but when you say it, you sound stupid. You do. You sound like you don't know shit. After the U.S. Fraudulent presidential election, one BLMAN leader, Patrice Cullors, requested a meeting with China Joe and Vice President, she's not VP-elect. That's a horse float of crap. But Kamala, the hoe, the hussy, the homewrecker Harris, to, quote, discuss the expectations that we have for your administration and the commitments that must be made to black people, end quote. China Joe is assembling his cabinet team in inner circles of advisors. However, Rep. James Clyburn has complained about the lack of black people candidates. He told The Hill, quote, "From all I hear, black people have been given fair consideration," and quote, adding, quote, "but there's only one black woman so far," end quote, referring to Lydia Thomas Greenfield, set to serve an ambassador as president of the United Nations. Woo. All right, so that's it for this article. Stick around. We got more RSS news here to come. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like this show. If you thought it sucked, hit that dislike button. Leave a comment below about how stupid I am, how much I suck, how you're right, or Leave a comment about how that other person who just left that really nasty comment sucks. He's a jerk. And let's get into a flame war. The best way that you can help support this channel is by sharing this video on social media and by subscribing to RSS Commentary on YouTube, as well as Periscope, Rumble, Parler, and FaceCrack.